Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Super Mario Party Jamboree, Part 33. Bars. Fellas, in the last episode, we started on a brand new board. We started on Western Land, the one other classic board that exists in Mario Party Jamboree. And things are kind of, I mentioned this towards the end of the last episode, but things have been taking sort of a cool strategic turn in terms of just trying to work through stuff. You know, Yoshi has already gotten a star, but my plan is to kind of play the long game and steal one of Yoshi's stars, and I'm kind of currently in the hopes that Ninja does not steal this star from me. That would be very nice if Ninja did not do that. But yeah, hopefully things are going to go well in that regard. Fellas, I've spent a lot of the last two episodes of this series talking a lot about the new Nintendo Switch 2 that just got announced, right? First of all, would like to mention, I don't really have a ton to say about it. Maybe up until, some stuff maybe that comes to mind, or up until April 2nd, because that is when the console is actually getting its big initial reveal. Because I'm pretty positive the only reason Nintendo revealed it in the very weird way that they did is because of the fact that Nintendo was aware that the leaks kind of just told them everything that they needed to know about the console. So, to Nintendo, it was kind of more of this basic overview, plus throw you a bone a little bit. Here, we'll show you Mario Kart 9, right? It was sort of that sort of thing. So, I don't know, man. That being said, I wanted to take a moment to talk about something that I talked about a few episodes ago, probably before these last 5 days. And I did mention that if I did end up missing a few days, it was probably going to be because I was testing the waters with this stuff. Either that, or I was busy with stuff. It was a mixture of both, but I'd like to talk a little bit about BitView. Do you guys remember when I was talking about BitView? Yeah. So I have some updates. I have actually uploaded some stuff to the site. I have uploaded, I believe, 4 episodes of Donkey Kong Jungle Beat over there. They are not re-uploads of the videos I did over here. Yes, I am doing just an entirely new Let's Play of that game over on BitView. But I am doing some really quirky things with the format of it. And I don't know actually, if I mentioned that I was going to do these quirky formats, but basically, I am kind of presenting the videos in a similar format to how I present these videos, but the videos are intentionally crusty and low quality, okay? So, I would like to tell you guys a little bit of the insight onto the process that I do, okay? I just want to let you guys know what I'm doing. Bumper balls, by the way, my goat. Ooh, this is when I have to focus on a little more. But I have been recording that Let's Play instead of, because I typically just record all my stuff with OBS. As you can see, we're recording on OBS right now. And oh, this is bad, man. Oh, this is bad. Ooh, stop it. Ooh, you need to stop. Just want to get Spike off. Let's go. Okay, let's get Yoshi off. Sorry, I was I wanted to be able to talk about my stuff, and I'm that required a lot of focus for me. But, yeah, so my recording process is essentially this. I am not recording through OBS for these videos. I am recording on the oldest publicly available version of Bandicam. Unregistered Bandicam, I'd like to mention, so you get that sick watermark. And it is a version from 2014, right? It's a version from 2014, which is very comedic, I would argue. It's very comedic. However, Bandicam, bless their heart, they're very flexible in allowing you to really modify your recording settings to your own liking, such as the resolution that your recording gets outputted to, the bit rate of the... Oh, you hate to see it. Oh, everyone but me. But they allow you to change the general bit rate of the video, audio-wise. They have a general quality setting, so you could set it lower if you wanted to. And, I have been in the process of doing stuff with that. And I've just been working to get my video in such a state where basically the recording is low quality, per se, right? Ooh, that's rough. Yeah, I didn't win that. Okay, interesting. but the video is low quality, but it's like watchable and reminds you of the olden days, right? I especially wanted to emphasize that with the FPS that I was using, right? I wanted to emphasize that with the FPS that I was using, which on the first episode, I uploaded this episode for the record to BitView. It was my first BitView video, but the frame rate was horrendous, like too horrendous was the problem. So by the time I got to episode 2, I kind of worked out the kinks with that. And got it to a state where it was, you know, just generally much more acceptable, right? I got it to a state where it was much more acceptable, all things considered. And, you know, basically, I just kind of went for it. I would like to... No. Yeah, more time together. I agree. Dude, I always feel so bad for that thing. But, yeah, basically... I am recording on Bandicam at 45 FPS. 45 FPS, which that FPS does naturally get lowered a little bit because of a certain thing that I will talk about here in a minute. But we record at 45 FPS with an audio bit rate of 64 kilobytes per second. I'm also using my webcam mic that I used for some stuff years and years back. The problem is it sounds even crustier now, because of the fact that, you know, well, we are running off of 64 kilobytes per second, you know, audio bit rate. And on top of that, we are also recording the videos themselves at half resolution, which essentially comes out to a 4:3 format. So you do still see the whole screen. It's not like it naturally gets cut off or anything, but it simply just squishes in a 4:3 resolution, okay? So we have that layer of it. Then we have to analyze the layer that is putting the video through a editing software of choice, okay? And when it comes to this, listen, if you don't know anything about BitView, I highly recommend going back a few episodes, maybe watching, because I think 2 or 3 episodes ago, I talked about it quite a bit extensively for maybe 2 episodes straight. And basically, I made the decision to choose Windows Movie Maker, and we're talking the XP Windows Movie Maker, as my editing software of choice. Okay? I decided to use Windows Movie Maker because somehow that software still works on Windows 10. I don't know if it'll work on 11, but, you know, I'm not on 11, so really, at the end of the day, does that matter? Not really, at the end of the day, right? But, yeah, no, so, like, I am editing the videos on Windows Movie Maker, getting all those classic transitions that are Windows Movie Maker based that everyone knows and loves. I made a crusty little intro utilizing Given Up by Linkin Park for the music, which is just... Mwah. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful, frankly. And we export that. Now, here's the quirky thing, right? Something worth mentioning is that, what is it? How do I word this? Sorry. Windows Movie Maker, not Windows Movie Maker. BitView does not support the file format that Windows Movie Maker exports it. Windows Movie Maker exports in a WMV file format, which BitView does not support. On top of this, I'd just like to say for the record, Windows Movie Maker also doesn't support MP4 files, which is crazy to me. I mean, like, it makes sense, right? This is a software from the early 2000s. Like, of course they're not going to do that. But, you know, it's just, it's one of those things, man. It's like one of those shocking things to me where I'm just like, man, you mean to tell me I can't use Windows, or I can't use MP4s in my software? I use DaVinci. This is kind of like the norm. Okay, here's to hoping they don't drain me under 50 coins. This would be nice if they did. They did. Okay, this is good. I will accept this. But yeah, man, like, honestly... Oh, you're going to do it again, though. Dang it, you're going to do it again. Okay, I'll probably have those coins back, but I'll get back to 50 coins by the time we get to, what is it, the boo over there. And then I will be able to snag Yoshi's Star. I didn't mean to accidentally say congrats. I wasn't feeling very congratulatory about this. But yeah, so I basically have to edit them in Windows Movie Maker. The export is a WMV file, right? The export is a WMV file. And then, is it going to hit me? No, okay, I'm on the upper edge. But the export is a WMV file. I then have to go in and basically use like Handbrake or some other converter to convert it to an MP4 file. And then I have to, I mean, from there it's pretty much good, but then I want to edit the pieces of the intro and everything properly together, since for whatever reason I don't do that through Windows Movie Maker. So I end up putting the intro that I have that I made through Windows Movie Maker into, hold on, if I make, I mean, making a stop would be extremely convenient right now, actually. But I put these things that I made through Windows Movie Maker into DaVinci Resolve, export those like I would export these videos, and then bada bing, bada boom, you upload those. It is such, like, I'm telling you guys, even though it shouldn't be, oh, it went backwards. I forgot that it was kind of chance-based with that. That's fine. But, yeah, so, like, I don't know, man. Weirdly enough, it takes more work to put together a video for BitView with the really committed format that I'm doing than it does for this channel. This channel, it is so much more simplistic. Oh, but I could just get a star here. Oh, I mean, hey, sign me up all the way, right? Sign me up all the way. That's kind of crazy, though. That's kind of crazy, though. I was not expecting to do that or to be able to do that in the slightest. It's genuinely a little crazy to me. But that being said, what has my BitView experience been? Have I blown up on the site or have I done anything like that? No. However, I've gotten decent traction. And I do want to say, well, when I say decent traction, I haven't gotten tons of subs or anything, but with the scale that BitView is, subscribers aren't really a thing that you focus as much on. You focus more on the general communal aspect of anybody just seeing your work in any sort of form or acknowledging you in any sort of form. That's kind of BitView's vibe, right? And as a funny little story, because we still have 12 minutes, or not 12 minutes, we still have like around 8 minutes before I'd really call it time for this video. When I got a few videos into doing videos for BitView, I got some friend invites or some friend requests. Now, if you don't really know, like, friend requests, isn't this like a YouTube alternative? Here's the thing. If you were around for 2010 YouTube, you may remember, okay, you may remember that 2010 YouTube had a particular, like, little thing where you could actually friend people. There was a legitimate friending system where you could friend people, keep in touch, message them like it's, you know, like, message them like it's like an AOL sort of deal. This, like, it really was a product for its time, wholeheartedly, and I do think that is worth mentioning. So, I had obviously friended some of my friends that I had told about BitView. Ooh, they are pushing for something deadly. But I had friended some of my friends who I told about BitView, just period. That sucks. That was clever, though. And obviously they friended me. But when I got a few videos into making videos on BitView, I got 2 friend requests or so within the span of maybe 3 days. Okay? One of them was, I don't remember their exact username off the top of my head. Okay? I don't remember their exact username off the top of my head, but they basically made kind of some variety content, but in a lot of cases, their primary focus was making speed paint content, okay? And I am no stranger to that stuff. I grew up around speed paint content. Speed paint content was sick. I think even though I myself am not an artist, I do music, but I don't do art. You know, I am no stranger to the art world and being exposed to stuff like speed paints, right? So there is that to take into account, but also, what is it? I'm trying to think. So he was also one of the bigger creators on the site, which confused me a lot. I was like, what do you mean? You're friending me? You're one of the biggest creators on the site. And I'm like, I'm sure a lot of the smallest creators are kind of in a tie position for that. But nonetheless, it's like I was one of those smaller creators, right? So it's like, why are you friending me? I mean, of course, maybe they just enjoy my content. Again, this is a more inclusive, sort of wholesome communal vibe in comparison to YouTube, right? So it makes sense that maybe that could happen, but it's just still, nonetheless, it's unexpected. Okay, so fast forward to, I want to say, what is it? Maybe around 2 days later. So glad that I used the mushroom ticket. Otherwise, I think straight up Yoshi would have been snagging that star. Fast forward to around 2 days later, and basically what happens is, I get another friend request, and it is from this user by the name of Kazi. Kazi, for a point of reference, does a bit of vlog-style content, and maybe it's just some random stuff with friends, right? That's kind of Kazi's sort of ordeal. Her content's really wholesome, and I actually enjoyed watching it a lot. I was actually subscribed to Kazi before she friended me. So, this was shocking to me. I was like, what? What do you mean, right? What do you mean? Something also worth mentioning again, and this plays a little bit, this is interesting. I didn't know there was 2 spots for this. In that case, I'm stealing from Yoshi because he's kind of getting near one of these areas, and I'd like to make him have the least amount of coins. Congrats. I'd like to make him have the least amount of coins possible so that he can't potentially steal a star from me. I think that would be ideal. But yeah, so basically, I got a friend request from her, who, by the way, she is also, I believe, currently the most subscribed channel on BitView. Again, I don't know how these people found me. Like, anybody could have friend requested me, but it's 2 of the biggest creators, some of the biggest creators on the site. What's that about? And to be honest, I still don't even fully understand how that happens. I mean, from what I've seen, Kazi specifically friends a lot of people on the site. And in her words, according to what she said on the Discord for BitView, she does it because she genuinely, she does it for more genuine reasons. It's not some weird reason, but I'm just like, man, okay, cool, I guess. So it's one of those things, again, where it's unexpected, but I guess even though I am, by all accounts, kind of a smaller creator on that site, it's not completely unexpected, I guess, that I would be, maybe getting noticed to some extent, because the scale of that site and the overall scope of, everybody kind of knows each other is really a thing on that site. Like, everybody really does sort of know each other on BitView after a little while, and it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. If you don't, you can figure out about them really easy. That's kind of the vibe of BitView. So, yeah, the vibe on there is genuinely kind of wholesome. I haven't uploaded on there in a few days. Maybe I stopped uploading around the time that I kind of started on my loss of 4-day streak, on this channel. So uploads kind of stopped on both sides of the coin around the same time because simply put, man, I got caught up with life. I got busy with stuff. Also, been indulging way too much in Donkey Kong 64 randomizer, which could be very fun to do for a series on this channel, by the way. I think, when we're past the point of I've Let's Played all the games I want to Let's Play or whatever, I think that could be very, very fun. However, I don't think that's going to happen for a while, especially with the Nintendo Switch 2 coming out here in the next few months, I presume. And even then, I'm probably still going to have games that I want to Let's Play before that, but I'm probably also going to naturally throw in Nintendo Switch 2 games, There will, listen, I don't care how long it takes. I don't care if it's shortly after the release of the Nintendo Switch 2 or if it takes a while after the release. There will be a Let's Play of games like Mario Kart 9. You best believe. I was already planning to do Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at some point, so that's going to be interesting, and I don't know how I'm going to really pan that out maybe before the Nintendo Switch 2 drops, but Switch 1 games are backwards compatible. So I don't really think there's any issue there if I just want to play it off on my Nintendo Switch 2. We do a Let's Play off of there, and then we also do Mario Kart 9 on the Switch 2. So I don't know. Hey, somehow we managed to find our way into talking about the Switch 2 by the end of this 3 episodes straight. Who would have thunk it? Anyways, fellas, that's going to do it for this episode of Super Mario Party Jamboree part... Oh no, I forgot again. 33. Part 33. I gotta say, things are looking up a little bit. I think I think the game plan that I had going on is definitely working out to some extent. And whether it's going to keep working, I guess, is another story. But all things considered, I think I've made some good strategic, not as RNG heavy plays that have paid off at the end of the day. And I think they have been working out. So here's to hoping that they work out for the rest of the board. But yeah, anyways, fellas, hey, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to hop up on out of here. I've recorded 3 episodes, and that's probably all I'm going to record today. But fellas, that's going to do it for this episode of Super Mario Party Jamboree. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this video, maybe like, comment, subscribe. I know it's your life. Do what you want. I don't really care. And I will see you fellas in the next video. Bye-bye, guys.